Good morning, good morning. You join me on the Birmingham Worcester Canal, but this time we're running the right way. We're not going to Droitwich. We're not going anywhere. We're staying within Worcester, and I'm going to do something that I wanted to do for a while, which is take you on a tour of my running landmarks within the city. Since starting running in May of 2022, I've done a few things here, and I've kind of fallen in love with Worcester. So I figured I'd indulge myself a little and take you on a little tour. So here we are on the Birmingham Worcester Canal, and if you haven't seen the video from It's on Andy, I ran an ultra from Birmingham to Worcester, 50 kilometres in horrendous conditions. There were landslides, we had to navigate around, mud, canals had flooded, which I didn't even think was possible, but the canals had flooded, so we had wet feet the entire time. But it was an honour to join Andy and Sam, and I'm hoping to do it again one day. Definitely when it's drier, but definitely my longest run so far, and that was at the start of this year, so 2024. But we'll be working our way backwards, so on we go to the next landmark. You join me on the route for the Wild One, which is a marathon held by the Black Pair Joggers, a Worcester-based running club. And it is 10 laps, 10 4.2 kilometre laps, and you can do it as a solo, a duo, or it is very muddy, as a team of 5, I believe. And the optimal way is to run it as a team of 5, do it as a relay, and just go full send, like faster than 5k pace, tag your buddy in, there you go full send, and together collectively you can do an incredibly quick marathon. Now, just like last time, I'm wearing road shoes, if you can see those, and it is extremely muddy. So I'd advise trail shoes if you don't end up like I did back in July, I believe. But I was supposed to do it as a duo, and Donato, my would-be partner, was injured a week before, so I had a little surprise marathon to do. But Donato did document my gradual decline on his own channel, so I'll leave a link to that below. But he supported me the whole time. He stayed for the whole thing. Every lap I saw Donato. Yeah, fair play to him. It was a tough one. Obviously, I hadn't really trained for it. There was about an hour and a half of rain. But we got it done. And it was good fun. Perhaps don't do it alone, though. You join me at Worcester Pitchcroft, which, believe it or not, when it isn't underwater, it is one of the fastest parkrun courses in the UK. Extremely quick. Now, I didn't actually do this parkrun for a good few months. I was kind of intimidated by it, I guess, which sounds a bit silly now. But I thought I had to be fast to kind of not come last. So I gave it a few months, I believe, until I finally came down here. And when I did come here for the first time, I entered through this gate right here. I made my way to there, and the issue was it was already 9 o'clock, and unlike Worcester Woods, they start on the dots here. And I looked down there and saw just how far the start line was, which was a good like 800 meters, I think. And I just started legging it, and obviously I've got a parkrun to try and do really quickly, but I sprinted, and then suddenly they started, and so I had 300, 400, 500 runners rushing at me. And needless to say, it was a little scary. But I started that late, started right at the back. I think I started a minute or so late. And I still came out with a 5k PB, I believe. So it was around 26 minutes. Not official though, so I came back the next week and did it all over again. But yeah, once it's back and not so wet, I look forward to giving a new PB a go. So here we are on the riverside, the River Severn here. We've got the Worcester Cathedral, which you'll see a bit closer up later. Flooding, obviously. making this place an absolute nightmare at the moment. It's definitely my favourite route when it isn't flooded. Absolutely love doing the loops here. So good. A little bit of sting from the hill just to keep you on your toes. But this is the route for the Worcester City 10K and also the half marathon. Right here, it'll say 400 meters to go. And if you're anything like me, 400 meters, one lap of the track, don't leave anything out there. Go, go, go. And, I did the Worcester City 10K back in 2022. It was my first race. I was raising money for charity, was going to do that 10K and then just never run again, or just do it for health reasons, I suppose. But kind of got addicted after that. But my wife did it last year, so 2023. She absolutely smashed it. And this was, as I say, 400 meters to go, making for an epic finale. I got my medal, Jazz got her medal. We got some awful finish line photos. Good times. So, speaking of epic finishes, it's on Andy. Successfully got a PB for his half marathon performance last year, and if you have not seen that video, you need to go and watch it, as it is perhaps the most epic running video I've ever seen. And I actually created a segment here, so a Strava segment, which runs just where this lady's about to actually go down, all the way to the finish line. Am I pointing in the right place? The finish line by the arches. So there's a segment called It's on Andy, and even though this is an easy run, we've got to give it a little go. Got to try for a PR. So I'm going to put my drink away and then give it a go. But yeah, It's on Andy. If you've not seen this half marathon, get it watched. All right, cringing because I'm going to scare the absolute shit out of this woman. Here we go.
It's on, Andy! Andy, it's on! Come on, mate, it's on!
Wouldn't advise that when there's traffic. Oh my God. It's on Andy. Here we are outside of the home base for the EXO races, which took place in Worcester. Really fun stuff. It was like orienteering, but with a lot of running. And so you get to the home base there, and then suddenly like a map pings out with checkpoints, and you don't know this in advance. So there's loads of checkpoints around Worcester, and you've got to make your way around, getting as many as you can, completing challenges. I actually was with Andy for this, and this was like a few days before his half marathon PB attempt, and he had been running every day for a challenge. So we were supposed to take it easy. And if you look at the splits, we start easy, but things quickly escalate. And by the end, we were sprinting down the high street because we had like 30 seconds left to get back to home base before they dock points. Man, it was good fun, and I hope it does come back. We came third overall, and that's with taking it a bit easy at the start as well. So hopefully they come back. If not, they are based in Leeds. And I think it's worth travelling down to. It is quite a small operation, at least at the moment. But very unique, very good fun. Okay, so this is the hilly bit of the Worcester City Runs 10K and half marathon. But to inspire runners to climb the mountain, to mount the hill, is this view here. So we've got the Worcester Cathedral, a landmark that many know, and it is a sight to behold. Maybe not when you're deep in the red, trying to finish your 10K or half, but a beautiful sight nonetheless. Yeah, this is the junior parkrun in Worcester, held on a Sunday at 9 a.m. Very recently set up, so very cool. The Diggless playing fields. they go around the field, so it can be quite a cross-country like course, I suppose. But the reason I'm here is to talk about the Worcester Festival 5K, which is, let's get away, because 32-year-old with a camera around kids, not great. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, it's now the location for the Worcester Junior Parkrun. I think it's the only one in Worcester. So a Sunday, 9 a.m. I believe it's 2K, and yeah, kids run around. So very cool. But it was also the location of the Worcester Festival 5K, which was my first ever 5K race because a parkrun doesn't count. So we started here, and then we went around the river route, which I'm going to see just how bad the flooding is in a moment. Went around the river route, which I've ran many a time for easy runs, for picturesque. Oh, what a lovely route next to the cathedral, next to the swans. Oh. But no, that 5K was absolutely brutal. I went out thinking there was only a few like sub 20 runners because I looked at last year's results, or 2022's results, and oh no, everyone flew. And so my first kilometre, I was in the red line, and I kind of blew up pretty hard, and I was just seeing like black dots. I was having a nightmare, but I managed to bring it back for that final kilometre and really dug deep for it. And it is my current PB, so 22:03. Hoping to go sub 22 when Pitchcroft, as we've seen, isn't flooded. But yeah, let's go check out the river. Hello. Morning. Hopefully that dies down in the coming week or so. It drains quite quickly. It floods quite quickly, but it does drain quite quickly. So hopefully that goes away. But speaking of floodwater, I drew a reindeer. So if you've seen any Strava art in the past, it's where people run a route to make it look like a picture. I went for a reindeer around Christmas time, and this was initially designed by the Pershore Plum Plodders, I believe. So total credit to them. But it was an 11k route, I think. I got like 9k into it, and I came across some floodwater. And not advised, as I was ill the next day, but I waded through. And it was so cold that I ended up just full on sprinting and splashing. Woke up everyone in the Douglas Hotel area, the houses there. A lady came out to see what was going on. Very embarrassing, but I completed the reindeer. My glasses are fogging up from sheer embarrassment just recalling it, but I did it. Hey, I did it. Never again. Don't think I was supposed to go now. But here is the Nunnery Wood running track. This is where the Black Pair joggers host track nights on Wednesday. And one highlight for me was definitely the Magic Mile, running a mile as fast as you can. And I think I was in Amsterdam marathon training at the time. And I don't think I was ready for this, but I gave it a good go. And if you've not ran an all-out mile, you should give it a try, because you learn a lot about yourself and what your body can and can't do. But yeah, lovely little track, and I hope to go a little bit faster this year, maybe with some dedicated speed training over the summer. The sun is out. I no longer look so stupid wearing sunglasses. I'm opposite a school now, so we've gone from filming junior parkrun to filming near a school, so definitely on a watch list. Let's get to the final stop. I was about to say this is the toughest part of parkrun, but there's some people over there crawling their way up some kind of fitness program. What on earth? Anyway, we end where it all began. This is the Worcester Woods parkrun route, and an infamous hill here. You have to travel up this hill all the way. The 3rd kilometre is a killer. And no matter how many times you've done it, I think I've done it like 74 times, it always kills you off. And also the final sprint, I think it's like 250 meters, and we'll go to the end now. Ho ho! I think it's 80 meters from here, so you kick and you're just hoping you can get there, because your heart rate is high just from the elevation, from the incline, and it is, for want of a better word, it is brutal. But this is where this area is where I completed Catch the 5K, and then on the 7th of May 2022, I just found out about Parkrun. I think the day before I was watching loads of videos, and I couldn't yet hit 5K, but I went, whatever, went down there and gave it my best shot, and I mean it was grueling. This parkrun doesn't take any prisoners, but I got it done, and I've been back time and time again. I think I've racked up a good 80 plus parkruns in total. Absolutely love it. Whether you're racing it, running it, walking it, parkrun is a good time. And this is the finish line, and it's actually marked from yesterday, so we'll end here. But thank you for joining me. This has been 26k easy final run during my recovery week. The harder stuff starts next week. A little bit intimidating, but we'll give it a go. It's been really nice just to kind of recap on what I've done over the past almost 2 years, even if I'm just indulging myself. Perhaps you find it interesting, perhaps it puts some events on the radar. The wild one I mentioned, Worcester City Runs, is fantastic within the city itself. EXO races as well. But whatever it may have done, hopefully it's been somewhat entertaining. I'll certainly look back on this fondly. I think it's good to document what you've done, and I kind of wish I'd been recording earlier. But you got to start somewhere, so here we are. Once again then, thanks for joining me on this. I'll see you again when we're really grinding away at marathon training. But this, as it says on the floor, can you see that? It says finish. Alrighty, see you next time. Thanks for joining me.